Hey lovely people, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be showing us how to make this beautiful shirt dress that you're seeing on my thumbnail. Please, if this is what you love to watch, kindly sit back and roll with me. It's going to be in a very simple step. To achieve this, I'll be working with this 2.5 yard of crepe material that you're seeing on my table. You can decide to use African print, you can decide to use any material of your choice. But for the purpose of this tutorial and this video, I'll be making use of this material that you're seeing on my table right now. That is my scissors and my chalk as well. I'll be going ahead to start cutting right now. Okay, that's the working piece for the front part of the shirt on my table right now, as you can see. I've already gone ahead because we are going to be having a button in the front, and the front is going to be having an opening. I've already gone ahead to mark out 2-inch material which I have folded, and I've held it down with my safety pin so that it wouldn't affect our measurement. This is where the button and the buttonhole will lap each other. Right now, I'll be going ahead to take my measurements. Just watch me as I do so. From the borderline which I have created over there, I'm going to be taking my bust point, as in my bust measurement from the shoulder. I'll be taking my bust measurement at 11, then my waistline at 17. The hip line away from the waistline is 9 inches, bringing it to 26. So I'm going to be taking my hip line at 26. Then I'll go ahead and use my ruler and connect it the way you're going to see me do right now. I'm going to be going ahead to take my neck width. My neck width, because it's going to be a shirt gown, I'm going to be taking my neck width at 2.5 and the depth as 3 inches. So I'll just do that and I'll connect it with my curved ruler. Once I am done doing this, I'm going to identify my shoulder length. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is going to give me 7.5. I will mark it. From there I'll come down by 1 inch to form my shoulder slope. Then I'll go ahead and take my armhole depth. My armhole depth is 7.5. As usual, it's our bust circumference divided by 6, adding 1.5. That is what gives me 7.5. So I'll go ahead and take my armhole depth at 7.5, and that will automatically form our chest line. Then I'll identify the center point on my armhole, and then once I identify the center point, the midpoint, I'll go in by 0.5. Then I'll use my armhole ruler, my curved ruler, and connect it. Just watch me the way I do this. Before I connect with my armhole ruler, I'm going to go ahead and take my bust circumference. My bust circumference is 36. 36 divided by 4 is going to give me 9 inches. Then I'll go ahead and mark it there, and also mark it at my armhole depth. Then I'll use my ruler and connect the dots that I have just identified, as you can see me do right now. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and take my waist measurement. The circumference of my waist is 32. 32 divided by 4 is going to give me 8 inches. So I'll go ahead and take 8 inches there. And then had 1 inch free allowance because I want the shirt to be free on me. Then I'll add extra 2 inches for sewing, which will bring all my measurements to 11. On my waist point, I will mark 11. Then on my bust point, I will go ahead and add 3 inches because I've already marked my bust circumference. Then I'll add 1 inch ease allowance. That's is free allowance. Then I'll add 2 inches more for that, making it that will make it 12. Then I'll mark it on my bust point and then mark it on my armhole. Then I'll go ahead and take my hips measurement. My hip measurement is 39 divided by 4, which will give me 9.75. I will take that, add 1 inch free allowance, and then add 2 inches sewing allowance. Then I will connect the dots the way you see me do. I always like using my French curve to connect my hip line, to draw my hip line, and it makes it come out perfectly well. Okay, from the hip line, I will just draw it straight down. I will take my measurement straight down the way you see me do. I'm going to take it straight down. Sorry, I did not tell you the length of my gown. The length of my gown is 50 inches. That's 50 inches. I don't want it short. I want it I want it to be a three-quarter shirt. So I'm just taking it down. Just watch me the way I do it. I draw it down from the waist, from the hip line. And that is what you see me do right now. Once I'm done connecting the dots, I'll go ahead and cut out what I have measured. Then after that, we'll go ahead and work on the back side. On the back side, I'll just go ahead and take the front part and put on the back side. There's nothing different with the front part. The only difference there is that the front has the accommodation for the button, but the back is just going to be like that, no zip, nothing. So I'll just trace it out. In as much as I've folded the button part of the place that the button will be, I have already folded it. So I will just trace out my material the way you're seeing me do right now. The difference is that I'm going to be cutting my neckline at 1.5. That is what I'll be taking it at. You can see I've already cut out my back piece and my front piece. So that's the front and the back piece laid down on the table there. So I'm going to separate both of them, and then we'll work on the front piece, because the back piece, there's no much work there. So I will set aside the back piece right now, and we'll go ahead and work on the front piece. Just watch me as I do this. That's the front piece that we just cut out right now. So I'll be going ahead to cut it open. Just watch me as I do so. Once I'm done cutting it open, I will head over to my ironing. That's where we're going to do the next work, my ironing table, because we'll have to use iron to iron it very well, then use hemming gum to hold it down at that 2 inches that are identified, where the button hole and the button will be. So just see the way I'm going to do it right now on my ironing table. I'll first of all double fold it by half an inch, then make sure I fold it to cover the 2 inches I have already identified. Watch me. Look at, I've already gone ahead to iron down the half inch, as you can see over there. Then I'll go ahead and fold it. Once I've done that, you will see me, I'm going to use my hemming gum and hold it down. Just watch what I am doing here right now. The work of the hemming gum is to help hold it in place. You can see how I've already done it. I'll go ahead and stitch at that area I've just shown you. I'm going to go ahead and run a stitch by that end, not minding that I have already held it with my hemming gum. You can see on the table I've already gone ahead to do the stitches as I have already promised. You can see I've already done the stitches. So what will I be going ahead to do? I've gone ahead to lay the front piece on the back piece. The back piece is just there. So I laid the back piece wrong side facing down, and then I'm laying the front piece wrong side facing up as well. So what will I be doing? I'll be taking my measurement. Then after taking my measurement, I am going to go ahead on the machine and then join it by 1 inch by both sides, and then I'll go ahead and also hold the shoulder area as well. You can see the way I'm just going to run it by half an inch on the shoulder, then I will go ahead and hold it by both sides by 1 inch. Once I am done with that on my machine, I'm going to bring it back so that we all can see it. Okay, I'm done joining that. So what we're going to be doing now is that we're going to be going ahead to cut our collar. And me, I like cutting my collar together. I don't like cutting the base separately and then the collar itself separately. No, I like cutting the base and the collar the same way. So how did I arrive at my measurement? I just took my ruler round my neck area on the shirt dress, which I have already joined together, and it gave me 18 inches. So the length of what I am working with right now is 20 inches. It's supposed to be 18 inches, but by the time I finish joining it by the both sides, it's going to come to 18 inches. So look at what I'm doing. I'm just showing you the measurement I'm using is 18 inches. Then I will go ahead and this is on a fold of 2. On a fold of 2, the width I am working with is 6 inches. I want the height of the collar to be 4 inches, while the base of the collar will be 1.5 inches, because I'm going to be using 1/2 inch on both sides to join it to the shirt itself. So just watch me as I'm going to be drawing my line. So what I'm going to do is that I am going to identify my 4 inches, and then I will make a line. When I have made my line, on that line that I have identified, I am going ahead to go in. I'm going to be going in by 2 inch on both ends. Once I have done that from the 4-inch line that I have already identified, I will use my ruler and make a slant curve, a slant line from the beginning of the collar down to meet with the 2-inch identified on the 4-inch line that I have already drawn. You can see what I am doing right now. That will give it that collar shape that it deserves. Then on the baseline, I'll just make a curve to the end of the material. It's going to be a curve. Sorry, I didn't know the stuff wasn't showing, but you're going to see it once I'm going to be cutting it. So I'll just make a curve there. And once I am done with that curve, I will go ahead and then cut it out. Just watch me as I do so. At least you can see the way I curved it. Now look at what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Then I'm going to go ahead and bring my gum stay. It is the gum stay that I'll be using to form that stiffness, to make it to be stiff the way normal collar used to be. But I'm not going to measure exactly the material that I have already. No, I am going to be reducing it from the up, the sides, and the under by half inch. Look at what I am doing. I'm going to reduce it by 1/2 inch so that I will have a place to stitch it. So once I'm done doing tracing that, I'm going to cut it out. And this is the easiest way to cut a collar. I don't want to be stressing myself with cutting the base and every other thing. So once I'm done with this now, I'm going to head over to my ironing table and then stick it. It has a shiny part which will stick on the clothes. I'm already done with sticking it on the material already. Then I'll go ahead the way I'm showing you now. That's the way I'm going to be stitching it on my machine. I'm going to be stitching it by 1/2 inch by both sides. Once I am done stitching it by both sides, you can see the gum stay already. Then I'm going to go ahead and stitch it by both sides, and then I'll come down so that we all see what we have done. Okay, I am done with stitching it by both sides. What will we be doing right now? I'm going to be going ahead to show you. I'm going to go ahead and use my safety pin and secure it to the shirt dress itself on the neck area. You can see me do that right now, and I'm going to go ahead to my machine and attach it and stitch it by 1/2 inch. Once I'm done stitching it by 1/2 inch, I will take the other part of the collar and then cover it up. You can see what I am showing you right now. Then after I am done with that, I'll bring it for us to see. Okay, I am done joining the collar. You can see what a lovely piece we already have here. You can see how beautiful it is looking. The back, the sides have been joined, the collar have been joined, and everything is looking well arranged. Okay, our shirt dress is going to be having a pocket. So from the waistline, I'm going to just go down by 6-7 inches. That's the basic, so that the hand of the person can be able to enter. So I'm going to go down by 7 inches on both sides of the shirt, and then I will use the material for the pocket that I have already measured out and attach it to it. The material I've measured out is 13 inches long, and then on a fold of 2, it is 6 inches. That's if you open it, it's going to be 12 inches. So I'll be going ahead on my machine to go and attach it right now. Maybe I'll be doing a class or a video on how to attach a pocket to a shirt or a cloth or anything at all. So you can watch me, look at what I am showing you. That's the way I'm going to be attaching it on my machine. Once I get to the machine, I'm going to attach it that way, and once I'm done, I'm going to bring it so that we'll all see what we have achieved. Whoa, I hope you're enjoying yourself here. Okay, from here, this is our sleeve that I'll be using to attach on the cloth. I've already gone ahead to prepare it. The length of what I'll be working with is going to be a long sleeve anyway, and the length is 20 inches. I've already gone ahead to prepare it, but don't worry, not to worry. I'm going to show us the process of the preparation in this same video. Just sit back as we roll. Okay, this is the preparation for the sleeve. This is the way I prepared it. Just watch me. You guys know it's a turn-up sleeve. So this is the preparation for the turn-up sleeve. I have a 2-piece for each sleeve. 2 for one sleeve, 2 for one sleeve. And the length of what I'll be working with is 10 inches. The round sleeve itself is 8 inches, so I'll be making it 10 inches to be able to join it by the both sides. And then the height of what I'm working with is 3 inches. By the time I use ½ inch to hem it inside, and then ½ inch to attach it to the sleeve, to the sleeve itself, I'll be left with 2 inches. So just watch me as I do this. I'm going to go ahead and identify the center point of this material that you're seeing in here. It's 2. Once I identify it, I'm going to make a notch. Once I notch it, I'll then draw a line like a V. You will see me drawing that. I'll draw a line like a V. Once I've finished drawing it, that is the way I am going to sew the material, because it's going to have an opening there. So I'm going to take it to my machine and then join it the way I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to go ahead and sew it by that ½ inch, then sew it there, take it up again and sew it by that side. Then I will turn it inside out and give it a good ironing. So just watch me as I do so. Look at what I have done. Look at the way it is looking. You can see the V that I drew. You can see even I've done a notch on that, and I have turned it out and I've ironed it as well. So I'm going to be going ahead to attach this on the sleeve itself. You can see the sleeve. So I'm going to take the sleeve in between what I have done. I'm going to put it in between and use my safety pin and hold it down to that place. Then I'll go to my machine and just sew directly, neatly on that area. I am going to sew it neatly on that area. You can see me, I am going ahead to identify the center point so that I'll be able to put that V area at the center, and then I will hold it down with my safety pin and then go ahead and run stitches on my machine. Just watch me as I do this. Okay, I'm done attaching it to the sleeve. You can see how beautiful it is looking. That rough area will be weaved. I'll be using the weaving machine to weave that. You can see how beautiful the finishing is. So what will I be doing next? I'll be going ahead to attach this on the main dress itself. That's the dress we are working on. So just watch me as I show you how we are going to be doing this. I'm going to use my safety pin and make sure the lines are aligned on the armhole, as in the joining of the sleeve and the joining of the dress on the dress itself aligned. So I'm going to hold it down with my safety pin. I'm going to take it around the dress, and once I am done doing this, I'm going to head over to my machine and join it by ½ inch. Once I am done, I'm going to bring it over so that we'll see. Yeah, here we go. Our clothes is almost ready. The collar has been fixed. The sleeve is already fixed, and everything is looking very neat. So what will be the next thing that we'll be doing? I'll be going ahead to attach the buttons that I'll be using for the clothes. You're going to see me attach the button right now. I'm going to be doing that with my hand needle. And once I am done attaching the button, I'll be going ahead to prepare it down for button holes, so that I will do that. So to take my to put my button, I'm going to be marking 3 inches apart from the neckline. I'm going to mark it 3 inch apart. So on each 3 inch, I'll mark each 3 inch. I'll mark. Then after that, I'll then go ahead and fix the buttons on the 3 inches I have identified. It's going to be 8 buttons in all because it's not going to go down. The button is going to stop somewhere above the nail. So that is the place the button is going to stop. Just watch me as I do this. Once I'm done, I am identifying the marked area. I'm going to go ahead and attach my button, and that will be all for the cloth. That will be all for the making of the cloth. Once I've attached that and my buttonholes have been made, our dress is ready. Wow, voila. Here is our shirt dress ready to be worn. Look at how beautiful it is looking on my mannequin. Thank you for watching, guys. I know you guys enjoyed this. Kindly give me a thumbs up if you did. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And put on your notification bell to always get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you, my lovely subscribers. Thank you, my lovely friends. Thank you, my online families. I love you so much. I love you guys. You guys are wonderful. You guys are amazing. Remember to call your families and friends to join us on this channel. And always remember to put on your notification bell to always get notified when I post a new video. Also, leave a comment on my comment section if there is anywhere you are confused. And I will do well to attend to all your questions. See you in my next. Love you all. Bye.